guys, Remy here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different because this isn't really music based, however I think I can class it as music adjacent because today I visited the Pleasing pop-up store in London. Now, for those of you who don't know, Pleasing is a luxury brand that Harry Styles, he either founded it or he's a very big part of it. It currently sells beauty products such as skincare, nail polish, as well as apparel, and I think they might expand their products in the future, so I don't think you can classify them as a beauty brand because I think they are going to expand. But anyway, Pleasing launched last year towards the end of 2021, and they launched their first collection, and then today, March 15th, they launched their second collection, Shroom Bloom, which Mick Fleetwood is the face of. And in celebration of Shroom Bloom's launch, it's really hard to say, Pleasing opened up 3 pop-up stores, one in London, one in LA and one in New York. Me living only an hour away from London, I decided I can't miss the opportunity. I went down there and I just wanted to talk about my experience. I can't talk much about my experience with the LA and the New York pop-up shops because obviously I didn't go. This is just about the London Pleasing shop. So I didn't get to the shop until about 2:45. I heard that the first people who joined the queue got there at 8 AM, and considering the shop didn't open till 4, I must say, well done to you girls. I couldn't do what you guys did. Mad respect. But yeah, I joined the queue, and at that point the queue was already down the street, down this street and down here. So I joined here and the shop is like here, and then when more and more people turned up, the end of the queue became like right at the other side of the shop entrance. So literally this is the start of the queue, this is the end of the queue, and they had to queue all around like that. The queue started to move about 15 minutes before the shop opened at 4, which was nice, and then it took an hour for me to move towards the front. So at times the queue moved quite quick, and then as I got closer to the shop it started to slow down quite a lot. For those of you who didn't know, the London Pleasing store was in Shoreditch, which is a really cool area. You know, Shoreditch is known for its pop-up shops, and it's near Brick Lane and a lot of vintage markets, so it's in a very kind of trendy area, so kind of perfect. A lot of people wanted to go to the pop-up shop not only to see the products, buy the products, see the store, but you know, people thought Harry was going to be there too, because in the past when there's been Harry Styles pop-up shops for Fine Line, he did make an appearance, so I think a lot of us did have the tiniest little bit of hope that Harry might show, but I wasn't expecting Harry to show up. I did just want to see the shop, because if I was going to get any of the Pleasing products, I didn't want to pay shipping for it. But anyway, around 5 o'clock I finally get to the front. The staff are lovely, they literally greet you when you're at the front of the queue. They give you hugs, they want to know your names, they want to know where you came from, how far you had to travel. I don't know the name of the girl who was at the front of the shop, but she was lovely, she was so nice. And then they finally let you in, and the shop looks incredible. It's not too big, and obviously with everyone being inside it was kind of crammed, but the walls were covered in like this cute little floral print, and then there's this big backdrop with the Pleasing name and all this psychedelic swirly patterns and everything, and the little Pleasing creatures, and this big backdrop where Pleasing staff would take a photo of you. So one lovely girl took quite a few photos of me in front of the backdrop, and I was really grateful for that. And then once you were done with the photos, you then got to see the products, and they basically showed you samples of the products because the stuff that you would buy was kept at the back of the shop. So they had the lovely display of the nail polish, the skin serum, which was called Acid Drops, which is very in tone with the artwork and kind of vibe they're going for with this Shroom Bloom collection. And they also had hand and nail cream. The nail polishes, like the design of the bottles was so cool. You could either get a pack of 3 or you could buy them individually, I think. I decided not to go with nail polish just because I don't wear nail polish a lot, so it just didn't make sense for me to buy it because it's not something I usually wear. And hand and nail cream, I've got quite a bit. I was really considering the acid drops because, you know, it's a skin serum that you put on your face twice a week, and it really helps rejuvenate it. You know, gets rid of like dead follicles and stuff like that. I don't know much about skincare, so I'm probably talking out my arse, but this is what I'd read about it. And I was really considering to get that, but then I saw something else that drew my eye, and I will show you that right now. I got the pleasing pink top instead. I love a little bit of pink, and I thought this artwork was so cool. Lovely gal, you know, having a good time with a mushroom. Yeah, so I decided to get the top instead because I thought, you know, I wear clothes more than nail polish, and I've got a lot of moisturisers and stuff. So I decided to get the top, and I think it's really cute. It's comfy, it feels really soft, it's good quality. And a big thing about Pleasing, with them being a luxury brand, is that everything is made ethically and is sustainable. So all the products are made sure to be organic, and you know, they take real care in making sure that the environment and everything is being thought of and stuff. So that's great of them to do that. But anyway, so I finally decide I'm going with the top. And then I shimmy my way back into the queue to actually, you know, buy the top. And I'm standing there for quite a long time. This is, I'd say, 5:15, and you know, the people are just still at the till point, nothing's happening, nothing's moving. I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm starting to see a bit of concern with the staff and stuff, and it turns out the servers just die. And not just in London, in LA and New York, all at the same time across the world. Yet again, Harry Styles fans have killed servers again. I swear to God, people never learn that when it comes to a member of One Direction, you need to make sure that your technology can handle the demand. But yeah, the card machines and the servers were just not working at all, so it meant that you were basically stuck in there. Well, obviously you could leave, but you know, people aren't going to leave. You know, they've queued for hours to be here, they want to buy the items now and they can't. And I felt so bad because all the people who were still queuing outside, unless they were checking the internet, they don't know why the queue isn't moving forward. You know, they're just stuck outside, and it was getting really cold, so I felt so bad for them. But yeah, so I was just in this small cramped shop for quite a long time, and it got to the point where me and a few of the girls that I'd been talking to just decided, you know what, we're just gonna sit down. The servers in the Pleasing stores are completely shut down, so we're all sitting down because we've been here for ages. People were eating snacks or chatting with the lovely staff. There was one staff member called Andy who became quite famous because he was just really, really nice, and I think a lot of people had a crush on him. In my mind, he looked like he could have been Harry's brother or Harry's cousin. I don't know if that's what helped him get the job, but he was a really lovely person. He was really nice. They all were. Like, you can't fault the staff members, especially when they've got all the stress of all the people coming, plus nothing's working. So they were just absolutely great, absolutely great. They were so positive the whole time. But yeah, so I was sitting in the Pleasing shop for an hour, and then we started to hear murmurings of maybe the servers come back online, and we all watched in anticipation to see if the person at the tills transaction would go through, and it did, and the whole shop erupted into cheers. It was just a great moment, you know, everyone was so happy, and it was just, you know, solidarity, you know, and very shortly after that I was able to buy this top, and I also got a free pleasing tote bag. Yeah, I was very glad that this was free. I love a free tote bag. But yeah, and then after that I walked back to the train station and went home because it was quite late by the time I eventually got out of there. But yes, this was my pleasing experience. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked what you see, please like and subscribe, and follow my Instagram at Records with Rem. For those of you who don't normally watch my channel, I talk about records, vinyl, music. I do have a few videos on Harry Styles and One Direction if that will entice you to stay. But apart from that, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks, guys.